Hello.
Stunning, darling. You look stunning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love your hair.
Thanks. You know what? I'm really gutted that it's not so permanent, but it's okay. It's okay. You're looking beautiful, Maria. How are you?
Oh, all right. Thank you. Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. Who else have we got on here? Hey, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hello.
How are you?
I think
I can see a few, but I don't know who you are. Hello, iPhones. Who you are? Nice to have you with us today. Welcome, welcome.
I've got Tony Jones in the background, if you can hear her.
Yes, affirmations on repeat.
Yeah.
Yes, ladies. I've got the Palo Santo burning.
I'm getting the sage out, girls. We're having a right night of it tonight.
We are having a cleansing space.
Yep.
I've been feeling these demons are rising, and I'm saying to them, come at me, and I'm going to integrate and rise you to the highest being of all.
Yeah, I've been feeling it today, ladies. I'm not going to lie. I've had a little bit of a wobble this morning, but we just got to pick ourselves up. I'm so grateful that we've got this space that we can share together tonight. So I've been really looking forward to it. Really, really so.
I've been feeling it, honestly. But do you know what? When I'm facing them challenges now, I'm like, yes, this is great.
Yeah, there's the
You were saying
attitude.
I was like, I've got growing pains. It's good for the soul, though. It's good for
Yeah.
Love this. Look at her, look. Palo Santo she's got. Just raining around us.
Eilish, you're right there, babe. We can hear you. Eilish is one of our
Hello, baby girls.
members.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, beautiful
Hi.
woman.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Hello, Mia.
Hello, Maria. I don't switch on the camera, but
Don't
I'm
worry.
here. I love the smell of Palo Santo. It's really, it calms me down. It's so beautiful. And yeah, it's really makes me feel good and centered.
Oh, nice.
It's one of my favourites too.
Well, they have used it in ancient rituals for cleansing the aura. So not only does it have that really calming effect with a beautiful smell,
Yes, it does.
it is such a powerful piece of wood.
I
love you.
I share an apartment with a Bolivian couple, and it's very common also in Southern America, and they also tend to burn that occasionally, and like, oh, it's so nice.
Oh,
I love things like that.
welcome, Mia.
Yes, welcome, Mia. Thank you for being here.
So glad to be here. I have a horrible headache, and
Oh,
I just hope that after this moment together with you, it's at least gone
Yeah.
a little bit.
Ladies, let's all set the intention
yeah.
right now to let go of all that no longer serves us. Let go of all burdens, all negative energy, all trapped energy blocks in this moment, right here in this present time. You are perfectly, divinely healed as you are. And we're going to set that with a gong. Let's heal that. Mia, we're thinking of you.
Mm-hmm.
And we are sending you the vibes.
Thank you.
Well, ladies, let's kick it off. Welcome to Wake Up Wednesdays. Now, I always like to start and just say a massive, massive thank you for showing up with us today on a Wednesday. As I always say, Wednesday is usually the hump day, but hopefully we can bring some light to this one for you, and be proud of yourself for showing up this evening and taking some time to put yourself first with us. We love you and we're so grateful to share this space. This is a very safe space. It is a space free from judgment, acceptance. We are all soul sisters here, and we're here to guide the journey of transformation. Now, myself and my beautiful soul sister and moon goddess and co-host Natalie Maynard will be sharing a little bit about our stories, how Put You First was created, and the vision and mission for our empowerment movement. So my name's Charlie Grech, for those of you that don't know me on the call, and I'm 27 years young. So I was one of the co-founders of Put You First, which started in March, a week before the entire world went into lockdown. Now, we never knew that this was going to happen, but we knew that we were missing something in our lives. We knew as women that we knew what we wanted. We was great at figuring out the end goal, but creating a plan to get there was something that we seemed to be really struggling with. And we came together as a collective. We went to an event in Canada about a year ago. So it will be a year ago in March.
Yeah.
I asked a question to Heidi Allen, our incredible mentor. I said to her, I need your help. And she was like, what, honey, what? Tell me what? And I said, I'm great at setting goals. I'm great at helping women find out what their vision is and the big picture. But creating a plan is something that I'm struggling with. So she gave me and Natalie the task of getting all the women together, and she said, let's have a call. There's a lot of women that have come up to me saying similar things at the event, and let's just get them all together. So we created a WhatsApp group. And what we thought was going to be 8 women turned out to be 80 overnight. And we realized that this wasn't just something that we were struggling with. This is something that a lot of women were struggling with within our network community at that time anyway. So that is how Put You First was really born. And it has just grown and evolved even more throughout this year. I'm blessed to be a part of something that I truly believe in as well, and something that actually gives me a purpose, and something that I can share with women in business and in life to give them tools to be able to evolve and really become the women that they truly are inside, underneath all of the fear, all of the doubt, all the limitations that we have, and really come together and support one another. So my story, I am 27 years young, as I said. I'm from UK in Essex, and my journey has been a roller coaster whirlwind. Many challenges. We've all faced challenges, but you know what, tonight I'm not going to focus on that, because you know what, it's in the past. Yes, it may hurt sometimes, but I'm the woman that I am today at the accomplishment of getting through the challenges that I've faced. And that is something that I am proud of. Something that I've learned from You First is that really everything that we're faced with, every challenge that we're faced with, every limiting belief, every fear, every doubt is an opportunity to grow. Is an opportunity for you to let go of that scarcity and lack mindset, for you to be able to really transform into the vibration of abundance and be able to embrace new blessings into your life. But sometimes that does come at the default of letting go of what no longer serves you, and that's something that's really, really hard to do. And most of us, I mean, when I was 20, I would have wished someone would have taught me how to let go. It would have saved me a lot of struggle, but luckily we've learnt these tools now. And yes, I'm just a completely different person now than I was a year ago to a couple of years ago. And I mean, if you would see yourself, if you could just put yourself into your future higher self right now and look back, you would be so grateful for those challenges, because it forces you to open up, and it forces you to open up your heart center and really embrace the abundance that's meant to flow. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, and I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm really excited for what's about to happen. We've got such great news, and I'm going to put it over to my co-host. I don't know what side she is for you guys, because last time the video I kept going the opposite way, so I really want to make sure that she's on the right side. Is she there? Alex, is she there or is she there?
I've just got one screen up, so I can't even guide you. I've just got the one who's speaking on the big screen, so I can't even tell you.
Maria, have you got it on gallery mode?
No, listen, I only got you.
I'm
Either way, I'm here.
over to
I'm
my
here.
co-host Natalie Maynard.
It's actually down
It's under
there.
you,
on my screen
Natalie.
for
It's
you.
under. It's
actually
under.
down there.
No right, no left. It's under.
I'm down here.
Just down. Just down.
Hi, ladies. Thank you, honestly. Like Charlie said, we're so incredibly grateful for you being here. And it's really important to us that you're taking the time out of your day to even just put yourselves first, just with us for this next hour. It's really also important, as Charlie said, that we don't focus so much on the things that we have been through in the past. And it's really difficult because, like Charlie says, it can still hurt. You know, we are those people. We have those memories when we're faced with experiences that remind us of maybe past experiences or situations that we've been through. Those emotions tend to rise to the surface and it feels like we're back in that moment all over again. So I'm not sitting here saying, just don't think about it, because I'm not that stupid. And I get there's so much more difficult than that. But really leading on, it's really about perspective, and that's something that I've really been focusing on and noticing and becoming a lot more aware of. And thankfully I found the PutUFirst community, because I had no idea really about perspective and the way that I looked at things in my life, the way I looked at experiences and situations, the way I looked at relationships, everything really. I didn't really understand how important perspective was. And we started doing, like Charlie said, we got this group together and it started growing, and we realised that actually we wanted to build, we wanted to grow as women. We didn't just want to learn how to live, we also wanted to know how to really, really implement personal self-development. That was something that we really wanted to do. And so we started doing these webinars, and it was just one after another, week after week, of just knowledge that it's just mad that you weren't taught this sort of thing in school, like it, because it's really, like Heidi says, it's really not rocket science. It's really not rocket science. But when you get told the things about your perspective and the way that you look at things, and it does just completely change your mentality. And for me, I've become a lot more aware of it, more aware that I'm changing my perspective, I should say, over the last sort of weeks or so. Obviously, as you guys know, we are in a lockdown over here in London. I am, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Natalie, and I am 29 years young. I'm still getting used to saying it. Lockdown birthdays are never good, because I feel like I'm still like 27 when the world got shut. But no, I'm 29 and I'm a carer for my grandfather. So in this lockdown situation, I'm not going to lie, ladies, it has been like I'm climbing the walls. My grandfather's got memory issues. He's 97, he's happy, he's healthy, and I cannot express how grateful I am for that. But it can be extremely testing. Like I said, he's got memory issues, so it's basically like a goldfish, unfortunately. Like, it's the short-term memory, so he'll ask the same question 10 times. He's deaf as well, so I have to say the same answer 5 times, which is why you think I'm loud and you don't understand what I'm like at home. And that's probably the reason why my volume button is so high up, because that's my constant tone of voice. So sorry if you leave this call and you are deaf, I apologise. But no, perspective, really, it's for me, it's I'm grateful. I am really grateful, and I've been in this situation. It took a lot, because for me, I can be really hard on myself sometimes, and I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. I'm trying to look after him. I'm trying to keep him away from COVID, but at the same time, I'm shutting myself away from friends and family, and you don't know what the right thing to do is. It's all just such a big battle in my head. I don't know what the best thing to do is, but I've just had to sort of change my perspective, and I've had to start giving myself permission to realise that actually I'm doing the best that I can in this situation. And I think everyone needs to hear that, ladies, because so many of us beat ourselves up on a daily basis for things that are completely out of our control. You know, we can't control everything, but we can control the way that we react to it. And I said that in the full moon post. If you are in our PutUFirst community, that's another thing as well that I focus on, is perspective, because of this full moon. As I am the moon goddess of PutUFirst, and it is a full moon tomorrow, so there's a hell of a lot of energy that's coming up at the moment. Leo's fiery anyway. Charlie will be able to tell you a lot more about this energy, because she is a Leo, my soul sister. But it is all about changing perspective and looking at the bigger picture, because things aren't going to be this way forever. And I think it's always like that when we're in a shit situation, excuse my French, I swear a lot too. But when we're in a bad situation, we always tend to sit there and focus on bad things, or why did it happen to me? And it's really, really important that we switch that perspective and we start to remember that actually things aren't that bad. You know, it could be a hell of a lot worse. And as difficult as it is when you're really in them low moods, I mean, I've been there, we've all been there. When you're in that low vibration, you know you're in that low vibration, everything's bad happening to you because you know you're in that low vibration, but you just can't shake it. But ladies, it's so important that we need to stop. We especially, this is our home. We need to stop being mean and putting abuse and trauma into our own home, and really make sure that we're creating a safe space for ourselves. And that's what we want to do here with Put You First as well, because we're not doing it by ourselves. And that's the most important part, because I can tell you now, I would not have got through this lockdown as easily without this community. And Charlie always used to speak about the community in our self-care Sundays. So I'm going to pass it back over to you, my darling. You're muted.
Hi. I'm just so grateful that you've just touched on that, because yes, we lead this Wake Up Wednesdays, but there are so many women all over the globe in our community, and I would love to share our Put You First movie with you ladies. Obviously, our incredible mentor, Heidi Allen, was in TV production, so it would be rude to not create a movie for you all, really, wouldn't it? So bear with me. I am still figuring out how to share the screens, but I will get there in a second. And can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. This is the ladies of Put You First.
I put me first to put you first.
I put me first to put you first. So yes, I'm still putting me first to put you first.
So I'm learning that I have to put me first to put you first.
There's nothing better than seeing all these beautiful faces jumping on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. We call ourselves Put You First. That is what our community is. That is what our movement is.
Seeing everyone's growth and witnessing their own aha moments. It's like magic happening right in front of your eyes, and that's very special.
You are here today because this community is meant for you. And all you have to do is just say yes.
I'm just actually flabbergasted of how many women are on here.
And when you have that group support and you are not by yourself, things start changing in your life.
That's what we're creating with this community. Creating a support system, physically, mentally, financially, to be able to live in a vibration of abundance and embrace our most authentic self and share our happiness together.
It's something incredible, and our health is so important, especially at a time like this.
And I'm learning more about myself every day, and learning more about all the women in the community as well, because it is just safe space.
Gift, because this is what it is, ladies. It is a gift that we have got to give to women all over the world, because without this gift I wouldn't be the lady that I am speaking on this call today.
But it's now my time to think about me, and oh God.
Put You First has now not just become this incredible community, but we even have what's called a 7-day challenge that we do together.
Put You First 7-day challenge. Holy Moses.
This challenge made me aware of why I was doing that, or why I needed to do it more. And it also forces you into small, daily, simple habits that can just start you back on the right track.
So there's so many things in this challenge that you ladies gonna learn that it's amazing, because it's make you be the woman that you always wanted to be.
Joined a lot of self-care challenges and groups and stuff, and they're a lot of fluff. This is not fluff. This is fluff free.
Mentorship that I have received, knowing now about
the excuses that I use, the way that I self-sabotage myself, the perception that I had on my own reality and the experiences that I was going through. Now knowing that has helped me become the person that I am today. And it's all because I said yes.
There are amazing women that I've met that I laughed with, cried with. Anytime we're on the call, we're just like, I actually want to even cry because it's done so much for me.
Maybe you are someone that's not putting yourself first. You are someone that needs to surround yourself with more women like this.
I said yes. I said yes to this opportunity because I believe it has the power to change lives.
Because all you have to do, everyone, is just say yes.
I love it. It always makes me so emotional and just fills me with so much love. Now, ladies, that is us. That is Put You First. We are women's worldwide empowerment movement. We started in March. We're growing rapidly, and we're so blessed and grateful to have you here with us. Like, our journey has only just begun, and whoever joins us, we're just so grateful to really share this with you because we're still growing. Me and Natalie was saying last week, like, we launched Wake Up Wednesdays last week, and we're so grateful. Maria, you're back with us. Alex, you're back with us, and we're just so grateful to be able to share energy with you because we are so much more than what we see. And this is something that I really, really want people to learn and understand. When we say, yes, you've been through troubles and challenges and trials and tribulations, and not to focus on them, we are not invalidating the things that you've been through, because there are probably a lot of things that probably every single woman on this call today that has been through is very traumatic, and that should not have happened to you. Yeah, it's not okay what's happened to you, but it is okay the way that you feel about it. And the only way that you can learn how to shift that is by addressing it, validating it, understanding how it makes you feel, and then you're going to get somewhere. And as me and Natalie said, we looked at that video and we look like little girls. Don't we? We said that we look like little girls when we first started this movement, because we were scared. We were stuck. We didn't know where we were going. We had all the fight in us, yet we knew what we wanted. We didn't have a clue what we was doing until we connected with other women. And now we're realizing that we don't have to do this alone, that we can do it together. And together is so much easier than trying to do it all alone. I mean, for those of you that have got me on Instagram, I shared a post yesterday, and it was really me facing a fear that I've had. And it might seem small to most people, but to me, it was something that was major trigger. It was something that really affected my relationships. It was something that affected the relationship that I had with myself, all because someone treated me negatively once way back when. Now, understanding how limiting beliefs sabotage all of these thoughts that come up in our minds and the meanings that we give them, that's our choice. So do you choose to be what you've been through? Do you choose to hold on to this victim mentality? Because I know if you've been feeling a certain way your entire life, it's going to be difficult to shift that. It's going to be difficult to work as a store manager for 10 years and then go into a job as maybe an actor. You're going to feel like, what makes me feel like I've got the skills to be an actor? You are a multifaceted being. You do not have to stay the same or identify with any habits. For as long as you choose, it's all your choice. And as much as it might feel uncomfortable to break out of the mold, the status quo, find out who your true self is and lean into that, I'm telling you now, we've put you first. Stick around us for long enough and you will learn how to grow, because we're not asking you to say yes to us. We're asking you to say yes to you with us. And that's what's so different about our women's empowerment movement. Like, we are real women. We are authentic. We're not trying to push anything here. We're just trying to share information and share a safe space. Most of the women in our community are customers. They invest in their health and they join our workshops. And we do have a workshop coming up this Sunday. It's our resilience workshop. I'm really excited for this. So I've been told I'm very resilient. And that's something I'm so grateful for. I'm like, thank you. I'm just going to take that. But yes, we've got our resilience workshop this Sunday, 3 p.m. UK time. I'm not sure what it is, Eastern Standard Time. If you're in Canada, if you want to get involved, just let us know and we'll tell you the information. But these workshops, this opportunity for you to really do these deep dives into yourself is a journey of finding out who you truly are. So we will be there for you. It's an experience that you can go through with a buddy or you can do it alone. But for more information on that and how to join the 7-day challenge, which starts the 7th of Feb, I'm so excited. Eilish has joined as well. And I'm really excited to go on this journey with you. And yeah, so that will be happening on the 7th of Feb. If you want more information on that as well, please reach out to the person that brought you to this call. But now we're going to get into the topic of perspective. Now, as Natalie was saying, we've faced some challenges. Even today, I have been on my 3rd day of joining the 5 a.m. club. Now, I mean, ladies, I'm going to be really real with you. I had 4% attendance in year 11. The idea of consistent early days is something that is unheard of within my reality. And I'm going to be real with you. It has been a challenge. However, one thing I'm noticing now is I want to really learn sort of new techniques on how to get out of my own way. And that's something that I want to do. I'm not encouraging you all to start getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning. But even just integrating new daily habits. But today I had a bit of a wobble and it was the 3rd day and I called Natalie and she just gave me a whole new perspective on things. And there was something that I realized and that I shared with Natalie this morning that really blew my mind. It gave me a massive epiphany and I thought, I've got to share this on the Wake Up Wednesdays because this woke me up. This woke me up out of the limiting beliefs and the fear and the doubt that I was having this morning. So I had a lot of limiting beliefs coming up. I was writing down my gratitude, doing my affirmations in the morning, and I could hear the limiting thoughts coming up as I was rewriting my new positive affirmations. So obviously at the start, I was thinking, why won't my brain shut up? Monkey brain, shut up. And then I realized I sat back and become aware of the limiting thoughts saying to me, oh, how are you going to do that? When I'm writing down, I'm so happy and grateful I live an abundant life. I'm so happy and grateful I'm supported by positive women. I'm so happy and grateful I'm making a difference in my life and making a difference in others. And then these limiting beliefs were coming up. I sat back and I started laughing. I laughed at the limiting belief. I became aware. I became the observer. And then I also realized at that moment, I thought, oh, I'm onto something here because this limiting belief's getting quite loud as I'm writing out these positive affirmations. That must mean they're working. That must mean that there's an old self there trying to stay alive. The ego's getting loud. That must mean this is working. So now, when I have that moment of clarity, and Natalie, you helped me understand this today, and I'm so grateful for you, just even holding space for me, because that's what we need sometimes. We just need a safe space to air our thoughts, for us to understand exactly what we're going through and process with a different perspective. And it's all about energy. And I realized that this old energy, all it's trying to do is survive during that moment. But I'm choosing to feed something new. And to plant a new seed, it may take up room and it may take out of life of something that was no longer serving me. So it really gave me this epiphany of, wow, this is working. When I'm feeling the resistance, when I'm feeling the struggle, I need to lean in even more, because that's the moment when you go through the challenge and you get out of the other side, that's when the abundance comes. And I'm just grateful that I had you, Natalie, today for that. Thank you. And I wanted you to share a little bit on maybe perspective and how it's made a difference in your life, maybe with something that you've experienced with PutUFirst.
Yeah, I want to say something, Charlie. It's related to what you said. Yeah, it's like it's something the same. It's because Bob called it the terror barrier. And sometimes when you go to the terror barrier, it happened to me many times, the fear makes you feel stuck. because the fear is so high or so strong in that moment. It's like and I was there, it's like no, I can't do this, because the fear makes you feel like that. But now I see it the way you say it, Charlie. It's like okay, if that's a real barrier coming, it's because I'm doing something right. Because I'm stretching myself. If I'm stretching myself, is where the terrible barrier comes. Then now I change my perspective in that. I don't see it like that anymore. Okay, when these things, this fear, this doubt, and these negative emotions come in, I'm thinking, okay, carry on what you're doing because you're doing very good, and make a be different because they make you feel forward. They don't make you feel stuck. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Oh, thank you so much, Maria. Honestly, you're a big part of my story as well. I'd love to share. Honestly, ladies, if you do not believe in the universe or synchronicity, you will after you hear this story. Now, me and Maria have known each other for about 2 years. We met in a hotel in London in King's Cross. We met once, we went to a meeting together, and we connected on Facebook, never spoke after that. And then we ended up going to the same event, which was again in Canada. And as I said, we met at this hotel once. We never spoke after this. We were friends on Facebook, but we did not connect. So I was on the plane. I was meant to be going with a few people. Certain things happened and I ended up going on my own. As I've got on the plane, I'm walking. Somebody has looked up at me and read my T-shirt. Now it was just, it says, what did it say? It was, just want to make the world a better place.
Yes.
And she went, oh my God, I love your top. I've got that top. Looked at me. It was Maria. Honestly, the story gets even more profound. So I've then said to her, oh my God, how are you? Giving her a big hug. We've both started walking up the hallway of the row of I can't even think of what it's called right now. But we've started walking up the plane and she's like, oh, this is my seat. I've looked at my ticket. We are sitting next to each other on the plane. If that is not the law of attraction in action there, and when you just trust and you surrender. I mean, I flew to Canada on my own. I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna take a risk. Not only did the universe put me next to Maria, who has got one of the most incredible stories I've ever heard in my entire life. Maria, your resilience and your courage and power to show up after the struggles that you've been through, you are a testament to every single woman out there. And I hope you know that. But I love you with all my heart.
Thank you, my love.
Honestly, you inspire me. You inspire so many women to get out of their way by you doing that with yourself. And one day we are going to have the biggest stage in the world for Put You First. And we're all going to have a safe space to share our story. And we're all going to show each other unconditional love because that's what it's about. And our mission statement is I'm putting me first to put you first. And self-love is the only love. That is the best love. You cannot love anyone until you learn how to love yourself. But we do have this negative perception of self-love being selfish. Now, ladies, if we can give you one word of advice for this call, scrap that. Anyone who says that to you is literally giving you a disservice. And they are expecting you to not worthy yourself so they can continue to gain from you without having to give you anything. And that's something that I've learned the hard way many times. But yeah, is any ladies, I'd love to open it up. Have maybe certain things that we've said today, maybe even shared a new perception or perspective on anything that you're going through, or maybe would you like our advice on something that you might be going through right now? This is a safe space, very open. Please feel free to unmute. Don't all come at once.
Silent crowd today. Well, we're just glad you're here anyway. Really, really glad. For me, I mean, I'll share. I definitely will share. I think, especially when it comes to perception around certain things, for me, I do suffer with anxiety. I am a huge overthinker. Actually, I'm not affirming that anymore. I'm not. See, becoming aware of my thoughts, how like when I'm saying it, which is massive growth. But I used to be a massive overthinker. And for me, that could literally put me into a complete state of frenzy, of chaos, because I'd let my own mind run away with itself. And I know that so many of us out there are like that, because we do put ourselves in situations, and sometimes we need to realize that actually it's a story that we're telling ourselves. And I think that's something that I've actually learned the hard way. You know, like some of the self-beliefs and some of the things that I used to tell myself was it sort of, you have to change your perception and be like, well, who told you that? And I'm like, who did tell me that? Like, it's me that's putting those self-limiting beliefs. It's me that's holding myself back from being the person that I really want to be. And it's because I was looking at life with a completely different perspective. And when we start looking at things or situations, you know, for an example, this is one that Heidi loves to give sometimes. When you're in a situation, say that you're having an important conversation with someone, or you send an important message and they read it and they don't get back to you. And the first thing you do is think, oh my God, I should not have sent that message. Oh my God, they hate me. They've not replied because they didn't like the way that I worded it. They're never going to speak to me again. And your mind just creates this huge, big problem. And then 5 minutes later, they ring you, they say, oh, sorry, someone just knocked at the door and dropped a parcel off and I didn't get and you're like, oh, but really, you're the person that's telling yourself that story. And that's something that has been a huge, big smack in the face when I learned about perspective, and I learned about the fact that actually a lot of the times when I'm in that situation, it is me that's telling myself that story. That isn't my reality. And so perspective has probably been one of the biggest lessons that I have learned over the last year. And it's one of the biggest lessons that I needed to learn, which is why I feel like we are so passionate, especially Charlie, with sharing this Put You First community with everyone. Because not only have we got a community of women who are there for us, like Charlie said, when we need someone maybe to just change our perspective, if we're having a problem, and just to speak to someone and have that unconditional, unjudgmental support is something so beautiful. But to have that attached with a soul discovery program, as you like to call it, Charlie, because that's what I believe this is, that's what we've got, is something that's incredible. And so when we're talking about perspective, I think it's really important that when you get new beginnings that may come into your life and you sit there and you question, well, why do I deserve that? Or you think it's too good to be true, I dare you to say yes. I dare you to change that perspective. I dare you to change the story that you're telling yourself and create a life that you truly desire, because you are worthy of it. And it is something that we are all capable of. And yes, it may be hard in the beginning, but that is what we are here for, because we are here to support you every step of the way, because we have done it and we are still doing it. I always say that when we're on this life journey of growing and ever evolving as human beings as we are, it is a constant journey. And that's another hard lesson that I learned. Last year, we done all of these lessons and all of these webinars, and I'm like, I'm slaying, I'm a queen, no one can knock me off my stool, like I've done so much healing, I'm not that person that I used to be. And then something else would crop up and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe the journey isn't over. But it's just so beautiful that I've got a community who support me in them times when I'm feeling low, and they will change my perspective when I cannot change it for myself. So I'm grateful anyway that you're here sharing this space with us today, because hopefully we've changed your perspective in some sort of way.
Oh, I love that so much. Honestly, like, ladies, I'm really hoping you can feel these vibes. Like,
oh, it's lovely.
Oh, thank you. We can't see your name. Who is this?
It's Nikki. Eilish introduced
oh my
me.
God, Nikki. Oh my God, girl, I'm sending you so much.
I
wish I could.
Hello.
I can't
Sorry.
face.
I've just got out the bath, so I'll quickly say hello, but I'll turn my screen off. 1 second.
Oh, bless you.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm really red face. No, Eilish told me about you guys, and I looked at Charlie's Instagram, and I just really liked her energy and her page, and it's something that I really want to become a part of. And everything sounds absolutely amazing, everything you've spoken about. So yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to us, because literally we didn't really know what Put You First was going to be. We just literally came together, a group of women, and we knew that we had to make a difference in our lives. And we was like, okay, how are we going to do this? And then we just came together, and obviously this 7-day challenge was created. That, I mean, we've had over 100 women take the 7-day challenge now. Many women have done it 2-3 times because it's like finding new layers of yourself. And now we've opened our own workshop. So we've done the emotional toolbox last Sunday. I mean, I've got a lot of self-care tips in my toolbox, I'm going to be quite honest with you, but learning how to actually label how certain things make you feel, because when you're feeling frustrated and you've had a conversation with maybe your mum or your dad or someone in your family and they're not understanding you, and you're speaking about something that's really important to you and they're invalidating your feelings, sometimes listening to, I don't know, Lisa Nichols or Tony Robbins is just not going to make you feel better at that time. Sometimes you're going to need to put on your favourite tune. One of mine is definitely Gypsy Woman. Everyone knows Gypsy Woman, Crystal Waters is one of my favourite songs ever. And I just want to dance and I just want to sing and I just want to get back into my body and feel good. And I think it's so important for us to be able to come together and share our challenges and actually share ways and solutions to actually get out of our way. Because we do feel stuck sometimes. I remember the way I used to deal with things. I was faced with it today. Obviously, the day 3 of 5 a.m. starts, ladies. The day 3 of 5 a.m. starts. I always say 3 days into anything is always the hardest. If you break up with someone, if you get through the 3rd day, it's always the hardest. Give it up smoking, whatever it is. 3 days, always the sweet spot. And I have to say, I found myself just wanting to just go back to bed. I didn't want to get out of bed, and I just felt like, oh, how can I do? All of this stuff just came up, and I like to check in with myself, so I literally did it. I wrote a check-in, and it started off. Today started challenging, being the 3rd day of the 5 a.m. start. So I woke up at 5 a.m., wrote my goals, gratitude, meditated, and I fell back to sleep. I fell back to sleep on the sofa. And usually I would get up and I would beat myself up. Oh, for God's sake, now you've got to start all over again. Caught myself. Didn't I know? Caught myself. I was like, no, compassion.
Yes.
Compassion. Just because everyone's beat us up in our lives, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, life beats us up. Doesn't mean we have to beat ourselves up. And one thing I realized today was there's so many things that we can do to get out of our way. And even if that's picking up the phone and speaking to a friend, getting in a cold shower, meditating, doing some breath work, eating your favorite meal. I don't know, even if you want to
burning some Palo Santo.
Something. But there are things that you can do. But the one thing you should not do is keep doing the same thing. Like, change your perspective. Even asking yourself the question, how would a confident person deal with this situation? Or ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? Okay, how does that make me feel when I think like that? Is this how I want to feel? Okay, no, this isn't how I want to feel. How do I want to feel? I want to feel light. I want to feel positive. I want to feel energized. I want to feel motivated. Then ask yourself, how would a motivated person deal with this situation? If you can't figure that out, pick the phone up and call your helpline. That could be any of us in Put You First, or someone that is in your soul tribe or your inner circle. But just remember, there are things that you can do. And I know it feels vulnerable sometimes to ask for help, but that is such a sign of strength. And one thing I've learned over this last couple of months, over the last year of what we've been doing with Put You First, is every time I've asked for help, the love that I've been shown has been unconditional. And sometimes they give me things that work. Sometimes I'm advised to do things that I don't really want to do, but just the fact of having someone there to share that space and just know that someone actually gives a shit, it makes a massive difference.
Absolutely.
And I just, well, Natalie, do you want to start off with the little gift that we've got for the ladies today on the call?
I shall. So obviously, as we have said, we are coming up to the full moon tomorrow. So as I am your full moon goddess, we have decided to pull a card for the collective. So I would love to do so for you. I would just like to take a minute, ladies, just so that we can really connect to the present moment, just so that we can really combine our energies in this one particular moment. So if you can just make yourself comfortable, it won't take too long. Just get this Palo Santo burning. Okay. So thank you, first of all, for coming and sharing this space. Like I said, let me just put that in there. So firstly, I'm just going to open our soul space together, ladies. Just before I pull this card, it won't take too long for us. So if you just want to close your eyes, and if you place your hands in a prayer position in front of your heart, always remember that your palms are an extension of your heart space. And just breathe into this space, ladies. Take a moment, feel comfortable here. And with every in-breath that you take, just imagine your heart space growing bigger, opening up. If it helps, imagine your favourite flower blooming in the centre. And just imagine a bright white light. With every in-breath glowing brighter and brighter. On your next in-breath, I want you to push your hands up above your head and just hold them there at your crown chakra for a second. Breathe into this space. Activate this special part of your being. And on your next in-breath, I want you to push your hands up, break your palms apart and bring your arms down like you're bringing a protection blanket of light all around your being. And then bring your hands back to prayer position in front of your heart. This is your soul space, ladies. Drink this space in. This is where you connect with your higher self, where you ask for guidance, and where you can just really connect with the present moment. I'm so grateful to be here with you, ladies. Thank you for sharing that special moment with me. So these cards that I'm using today are the Moonology deck. Don't know if anyone's got these, and a few ladies have picked them up from, I posted them in our PutUFirst community, and the ladies have just flocked out to get them. I love it. Ooh. So yes, I'm just gonna do a shuffle. I've got a table in front of me. I know that you guys can't see it, but I will do a little spread unless one decides to jump out before then, because you never know. Well, I'll just pull one out. I'm going to spread these along here. Now you can't see, but oh, we have the first quarter moon, and the message on this card says that your commitment is being tested. So this is a big card. With the first quarter moon anyway, this signifies sort of the first phase after the new moon. So it's all about the challenges that we're facing, the confidence that we're trying to bring up, and the commitment that we're giving ourselves to the new beginnings that we've already tried to bring into fruition. So let me just find exactly what this card means for us, ladies. First quarter moon, 28. Okay, so there could be some challenges coming your way, but they are just the universe's way of testing you. I mean, did we not say this at the beginning of this call? The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works. Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. So ladies, if you want to just place your left hand on your heart for me and attune with me, if you want to repeat. I am committed.
I am
committed to my dreams and move towards.
Dreams and move towards.
All of them with confidence.
All of them with confidence.
So the additional meanings for this card could mean that the answer to your question is yes, but not yet. It could mean that you're halfway to your goal. It could mean that you still need to put in that little bit more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we actually want something, or that we need to recommit to something or someone. So the teaching that this card is giving us is that in this lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. It's a time where the sun and the moon are at a hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas or situations that you're facing as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong through a storm.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, ladies. Thank you for sharing that moment with me.
Thank you for that, Natalie. That is just powerful. Everything we've just touched on today, I mean, perspective. I was even saying, how would a confident person deal with that?
Yes.
Like, we are learning how to parent ourselves by breaking out of the traumatic children that we are inside. And we're doing it together as women. Like, this is such a powerful thing. And it's not easy, but you don't have to do it alone. And that's something that we really, really want women to understand. That is definitely one of our missions for Put You First, is to just bring women together and just rise the feminine energy, because we're powerful. We deserve to love ourselves. We deserve to have dreams and desires and goals and know who we are and know what we want and be able to stand in our truth with confidence. As I always say, my new thing is the victim mindset is the unauthentic self. When you are feeling yourself, when you are feeling your higher power, that is the real you. That is the real you. And anyone that doesn't see that, tell them to put the sunglasses on. Because it's too hot. It's too hot. And I think that we all need to rise out of what no longer serves us. And if that card isn't saying that us holding on to these traumas, us holding on to the challenges, us holding on to these stories that we tell ourselves on a daily basis, stuck on this loop, Armageddon, literally, Groundhog Day, doing the same thing day in, day out, and expecting a different result. We know better than this. We know that we have the power to change our lives. And we can do this together by making small changes daily. We're not telling you to do anything that we're not doing, and we're here to support you through this process. We're not saying that it's going to be easy, but we're telling you that it's worth it, because we are now we're more happier with who we are as women because we've done the work. And that's something that only you can choose to do when you want to. Don't worry about being ready, though. No one's ever ready. No one's ever ready. Who's ever ready to go to the gym? But it's just making the step. It's just taking that leap of faith in yourself. And if that card hasn't just told you that whatever you're doing, you need to keep putting in that effort. You need to stay committed to yourself, to loving you, to your dreams and goals, because you deserve everything that you desire. And if that's one thing that you can take away from Wake Up Wednesdays today, hope this brought some positivity to your midday. We love you all so much. We've got a few minutes, obviously. If anyone wants to share any feedback or any love, anything at all, please unmute your line and share this space with us. No, don't come on at once.
We're getting some hearts anyway. So hi guys. We're so grateful. Thank you so much. And every Wednesday, ladies, come and join us. We're going to be here talking about different topics and really trying to change your perspective. So we hope you join us again, and thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you.
We love you all, sending you so much love. If you want to find out more information on the workshops, they will take place every Sunday. Please get in touch with the woman who invited you to this call. We'd love to have you join the Put You First community. If you want to share this link, it's a reoccurring link. You can share it with all of your ladies. It's women's only. I think we deserve a safe space without men for a while. But you're welcome to share it with all your soul sisters. And if you do want to join the 7-day challenge or find out a little bit more about how to get involved and exactly what this self-discovery journey means and how to get involved, please reach out to the women that brought you onto this call. We love you. We'll see you next Wednesday and enjoy.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.